I mean, I'm not supposed to react. Y'all, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily, and I actually we're gonna give people just another minute to hop in here. We're gonna do the introduction. If you're new here, make sure you guys favorite emoji Jay. He is my admin. He is amazing, and if you're looking to be on the show, you can message him or myself on IG. I'm new, my butt. But you guys, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily. I want to thank you guys in advance for the favorites and the gifts. All right, Jay, I'm going to go ahead and let you in here. I'm going to make you a little bigger. All right, everybody, welcome. You guys, I am very excited to be here this week after having a rough last week and not being here. I am super excited. So if you're new here, every Friday morning we meet at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Lessons Learned. And this week I have two amazing guests. I've not yet got to meet ASMR, but she's going to get on and I love her topic. And then we have Papa Bear back. And last time, I'm pretty sure he made me cry. So we'll see what happens today. Oh, shoot. The tissues are not within arm's reach. Oh, man. But that's all right. I know both messages today. I'm excited because they're both things that I've been dealing with and teaching my daughter about. So if you're new, I want to thank you for gifts. I want to thank you for the favorites. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to interact with everybody during the show, as once I actually let my guests in the box, I pay attention to them. Sorry, but the introduction you've seen, there was a quote followed by a question, and that said, and now listen, because I'm going to ask you to answer this in just a minute. It says, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. Describe yourself in just one word. All right, so we're going to ask that again in a minute, but think about your answer, you guys. Think about it. I would like to also mention, I am not a professional. Neither of my guests are professionals. We simply have had life teach us a lesson, and we're here to share the experience with you and let you know how we conquered, destroyed, and continue, or we destroyed and continue to conquer these battles, okay? If you're new, you're watching Lessons Learned, I'm Silly Lily. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will do a little bit about self-care, self-love in between my two guests. Papa Bear, I know you're here. I have not seen ASMR come in yet. She may be here. She might have snuck in. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and we're going Okay. No problem, Jay. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do. I do. So Papa Bear, I guess you're going to have to prepare to be first. Okay. You good with that? We'll be ready in a few minutes. Awesome. Okay. If she doesn't tune in, we might have a little more time, just so that you know. Also, I'll figure something out if I've got to fill the time. we wing it if we have to, but I'm sure she'll be here. All right, guys. So I just asked you, I said, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. And I'm going to listen to that again, or I'm going to repeat that so you can listen to it again. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Describe yourself in one word. Describe yourself in one word. Human vagabond. Tired. That's Jay. I don't think that's what it means. Shed, you are sick, and I'm sorry, and I hope you feel better. Free Guy says selfish. Well, that's a brave answer. Can I ask why you say that? You don't have to answer it now. You can tell me later. Whirl says adaptable. Ooh, okay. Tattoo says awesome. That's funny. Describe myself in one word. I'm a fighter. Heart Lady says loved. Quinn says bubble. I love you, Quinn. Curvy Ginger, hi, sweetheart. She says she's strong. Shed is awesomeness. Tattoo's faithful. Cherry Apple says lover. I'm a fighter for the good and for the bad. Ultra. No, we're not doing that. Mommy is having a show. We just have this talk. We just have this talk. It's not necessarily that I'm a physical, like I don't physically fight, you know. It's just that I fight for what I believe in. I fight for what I love. I know he's such a little stinker, isn't he? Oh man, it's every featured show. He didn't bark all morning, right? So, you know, when I get sick, I fight so that I can get healthier faster. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a fighter. I fight to pay the bills. I fight every day to just get up and keep going, you know? And it hurts. Stop fighting. Floating cloud. I promise you, if I hit you, you wouldn't be able to see to even type today. No, I'm just kidding. That's my younger tough years talking. Right. I'm sold. I hit you. You'd be like, oh, ow, a fly bit me. Oh man, I'll tell you what. You know, they just we're just not made like we used to be. You know what I mean? Like back in God, I remember just 10 years ago, you know, you get up every morning and nothing hurt. Then every morning now you get up and you're just like, oh, and you gotta stretch and you gotta spend 5 minutes just to be able to bend over and touch your toes to put your shoes on. You know? Like, come on, man. This is crazy. But you guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to let you guys see this one more time. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Describe yourself in one word. Papa Bear, if you can request a box, I'm going to let you in here in a couple minutes. I mean, I'm on my phone talking all the time. So you think that he'd just be used to it. I think that it's the door's open and he realized it because the breeze is really nice. So Tier Fella says he describes himself as wow. Kit Kat says stronger. I like that. Papa Bear says determined. I like that too. An egg roll lover. Nice, Tier 1. Getting old is very hard, Vagabond. I see you down there, Papa Bear. I'll let you know just before I let you in. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. I am Silly Lily. This is Lessons Learned, and we meet here every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love dogs. It is 90s, but you want to know what? I'll admit this on my featured show. Are you ready? These are cheaper than Botox. Okay. Like I said, I turned into a grandma. My grandson's too. I will do anything to look younger. Like, but you want to know what? I rock it. It's okay. I love it. Again, you guys, I want to let everybody know before I let Papa Bear in the box. Okay. Neither one of us are professionals. We are simply here to share a lesson life has taught us and what we learned from it and how we conquered. Okay. You take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Okay. I love this show because it's very motivational. And one of the biggest things that I don't know if a lot of you have heard me say or whatnot, I don't really say it, I don't believe a lot on here, but one of the biggest reasons that I stream is normalizing feelings, normalizing that sometimes it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to talk about not being okay. Uh, and that not everybody in this whole world, I'm going to go with nobody in this whole world is as happy as their Instagram or Facebook feed. Okay. I just want to throw this out there because I've been scrolling through a lot of stuff and all I see is happy, 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 joy, joy. And I'm thinking, for one, how did this lady get all of her kids to look at the camera and smile at the same dang time? That's my biggest question. How do you do it? Do you bribe them with candy? Is there a reward after? Because there is always somebody in the picture that we're trying to take that is not looking, they're grumpy, I don't understand, right? And then they get like the perfect shadow behind them on the beach holding the perfect seashell. I swear to God, they bought it at the store and took it. You know darn well they didn't find that perfect beauty on the beach, right? So like I'm all about sharing the picture with the one kid crying, the other one's picking in the sand, the other one's kicking the sand, one screaming, and the one's like, this stinks. Are we done yet? Like, because that's normal. I don't know how all these people get this picture perfect stuff, but anyway, back to what I was saying was we're not professionals. We're simply here to share our feelings with you, to share what we learned from this, because again, normalizing feelings and normalizing that we've all been through things is why I do this. And for those of you that know me, we know that I'm not okay probably more than I should be, but we talk through it, we get through it. And I'll tell you, I have an amazing stream of reds that are here for me on the daily, and they pull me out of my slumps and get me back on top. And I don't know where I'd be without a lot of y'all. Just throw that out there because I know there's a lot of you guys in here right now. All right, now also, if you're just tuning in, this is Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily, and Papa Bear, are you ready? I'm going to let him tell you what we're talking about today, okay? Because, let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't want to let you in the box if you're picking your nose or whatever. I kind of say that every week, but I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Krabby, thank you. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, Papa Bear, you might have to exit and come back. Sometimes for some reason it does this. Just exit yourself out, sweetie, and then come right back. ASMR. Hi, let me make you red right now. Oh, no, you're already red. I need ASMR because I don't want, you never know. Sometimes people aren't who they say they are, and I don't need anybody getting kicked. Okay, Papa Bear, I'm going to exit you, and then you got to come right back, baby. Okay, here we go.
Hey.
Hi, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back, and thank you for being here again.
Thank you. And I'm doing better than my computer, apparently.
Oh, what's wrong with the computer?
Hey, shit. It just was like this page is causing your computer to, it's like, come on, just load. Just it's morning. Computers get old and tired too, apparently. Hello, all.
Hi, everybody. Well, so Papa Bear, tell us, what are we going to be talking about today?
The disadvantage of having older parents the night before you go do a web stream have to go to the hospital and keep you up late.
Oh, no.
No, I'm exhausted. I was up late. My mom, who's
I hope they're okay.
yeah, she's doing okay. It was, more precautionary than anything, but she had fallen and her side hurt and she'd got a little bump on her head. And
Okay.
so drive her to the emergency room because it was late and wait there and do. But no, they checked her out and
She's okay.
no concussion, no broken ribs, and
Good.
yeah,
Good,
but
good, good. Well, we'll keep
I'm
her in our
like,
prayers for a speedy
thank you.
recovery for sure.
But so I was like, Jay's checking in with me because I wake up at like 20 minutes ago, a half an hour ago. I'm like, okay, I'm up. I'll just take a quick shower. I'm good. Yeah. Okay, so we're awake.
We got this.
We got this. Okay, so yeah, so the topic, I'm trying to see, the best I can describe it is sometimes, it's like that idea, like the difference between being, loving someone, like knowing that there's love with you and another person, and needing another person.
It made me think of what I always say. If you're in my life, it's not because I need you, it's because I want you.
Yeah, and what? Yeah, and sometimes for me, it's need, but in a different way. It's like I think the universe brings all sorts of people to us.
Mm-hmm.
Those people we need at various stages of our life, and so a
But
big
you
part
want
is
them there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Those are the people you want. You don't necessarily need to have Joe Schmo in your group to continue to have a joyful and loving life. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But if Joe Schmo has an amazing soul, you want him around, because
yeah.
you love that feeling, which is, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not, go ahead.
No. I mean, yeah, and part of it's interesting that what we're getting here is the difference between need and love. There's different ways to look at it because like the way you're describing is we might not need to have them here, but we want them in here. We want to have them in our life. And conversely, the other is true is sometimes we might not want them in our life, but we actually need them in our life for a reason. There are people in my life who are in my life, I know, because I need to have their presence in my life. Sometimes that's great. It's like my best friend in the world, I believe, is in my life to help me with, my primary issue in life. Something I think we talked about when I was here before is, I had been abused when I was a kid, and it really messes with your ability to trust when you're abused as a child. Who do you trust? Especially in my case, the person who did it was not a family member. So I want to be like really clear if any of my family members happen to run across this. But when that trust is violated at such a young age, that's a long trip back to get to the point where you trust people again. And my best friend is, I'm sure, in my life because I need to have trust reaffirmed in my life. And it's amazing. And then there are other people in my life who are in my life to challenge, just, help me grow by the other side of it. One helps me and the other helps define me. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but
That was a good way.
thanks. And there are people like in relationships, like my best friend. I would love to be in a relationship with my best friend. Right now, we're best friends. It may go there. We'll see. And boy, I just want to lock that into like a relationship box.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make them. If I make them my, partner, then we'll be set, and the relationship will be solid. Will be good. Or, but the reality is, this person in my life, because I need to keep working on trust. And not just on this other person, but the whole process, the universe. I need, it's tough to trust that life is going to work out sometimes. And sometimes we want to lock things down because if we are in a relationship, then it's safe. Well, no, they could still leave. I mean, things can still go wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I think like my best friend does both those things for me. One is they help me. She really helps me discover the best things about me and what's possible in my life and in relationships with others in my life. And man, challenges me, that whole idea of I've got to lock this down or it's going to go away somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy how though it's see, but and that's what makes it hard, and that's why I think that right there is because you know that it there's always that possibility that it's gonna possibly disappear, you know. So that's why I tell people I'll never rely, I'll never need, but I'll want. And in a way, I get where you're saying the need is the want, but like for that, the need is because that's what I want. You know, it's so.
Yeah.
I just I believe in like I tell everybody if I let you into my personal life, it's because I want you there. It's because you make me happy. You bring my soul like peace, you know, in one form or another. And I'll make it very clear if I meet you and you know you give me bad vibes, you know, like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, bad juju, bad juju. Like,
Yeah. No.
ah.
Yeah, I get that. And it really is. I like how you phrase it too, that if you're in my life, it's because I want you in my life. And boy, that's really tough to just trust that, you know, the people in your life are there also because they want you in their life, not just they're there because I want them in my life. But if I'm in their life, I'm only there because they want me in their life.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest thing. Life is the hardest struggle. And well, second hardest struggle, biggest, hardest struggle is having these deep, profound thoughts less than an hour after waking up.
I say my biggest struggle is loving myself, but that lies the trust issues as well, you know, which is
Yeah, I think that's core for
that's
all
a
of
whole
us.
other story.
Yeah, no, I mean it's 100% connected to what we're talking about. Is that the first relationship we have? People all say, "Oh, it's with your parents, or it's with your, you know, the opposite gender." Blah blah blah. No, the first relationship we have is with ourselves.
Yep.
And if we can't love ourselves, how can we expect anybody else to?
And how can you expect to truly love someone else?
If you
You
can't
know,
love the one, yeah, here.
how can you
Because yeah,
love
if we
them
don't
right?
love,
Maybe you love them, but you're not going to love them wholly because you don't have the trust. Like there's the, you know, like well, that's a whole vicious cycle. I feel like I'm taking you off topic, but also it does relate.
no, it's 100% connected though. It really is. If we can only love another to the extent that we love ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like you can
I'm
only
writing that down.
have, yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's a deep thought. And for those who are just coming in, we were talking earlier that my mom, I took my mom to the emergency room last night because she fell, and so I was up really late, and then I am here. So my brain is still waking up.
That's all right. We're
And
doing good. Sorry. And I wanted to write down a quote that he said because I like quotes. So obviously I do a Q and Q.
and it really is, sorry, pouring myself my little bit of
You're all right. You're all right.
caffeinated beverage. Yeah, she's doing okay.
Cheers.
We checked out, and we didn't check out. We went to, she got looked at the emergency room and did the x-rays and all that good stuff, and no concussion and no broken bones. So life is good on that front.
Yes.
But man, this early
So
morning stuff. How do people do this who normally are up at this hour?
I've just kind of learned to adapt to coffee and the energy when needed, you know. You got to wake up when you got to wake up.
Yeah. I see a nap in my future today though.
When do you think you realized this? Was there like a specific time or moment in life where you were like, oh my God, you know, there is a difference between wanting and needing somebody or loving somebody?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's an exact moment, but or it's probably more like a gradual awakening to, because when you're living in, I need to have this other person in my life, from the approach I'm taking with, I need to have this person in my life versus I love having this person in my life. When I need to have someone in my life, the power balance is off because I'm dependent on them in my life, as opposed to if I'm okay with who I am and someone comes in my life, I can be equals with them. But if I need them, and anytime a relationship, in my opinion, is in this sort of, one person has more power than the other. If it stays that way, it's not healthy and it's not going to last. Relationships have to be this give and take, Yeah, it's probably the way
A
I can put it.
a lot of times, a lot of my relationships are give. And
That's the other side is, if it's out of balance, one of them is always here. Let me do this for you. Let me prove that I'm worthy. Let me.
Yeah. And and that stems from my lack of self-love, because I feel the need to overdo or push myself onto you, as like, doing extra things because I don't love myself for this reason or that reason. So I'm going to make myself I don't know. I feel like I got to always one up myself and look like I'm more. I mean, we all know I'm not. I don't. Shush, please, Joshua. Hey, enough.
Good boy. Good boy.
I swear to goodness, I'm going to invest in a shock collar, y'all. And I'm telling you, I hate those things. I can't stand them. I think they're awful. But this
Was
is
that?
all
Oh,
fake.
wow.
Yes.
My dog is
He
like that in
does.
the morning.
He
If I
talks
don't
back
get up,
to me.
if I don't get up early enough, I'll lay in bed and my dog will sit there and be like,
He just yes, Curvy Ginger. That's the exact word I was looking for and I couldn't come up with. Overcompensate for insecurities by people pleasing. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
and
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to look like one
I don't
person.
anymore.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to look like one person overcompensating by, oh, I'll do whatever you want. It's not always this way. It can also be the other way of like, let me take care of you. Let me do for you. Let me, be everything you need in your life. And it really is finding that balance. I give, I take, I give, I take, back and forth. So anytime there's that relationship out of balance, for me, if it's constantly out of balance, it's never going to be good. Even if it's even if you're like really good with yourself, but the person you're with isn't able to love themselves, it's going to be a tough row to hoe.
I can't remember how it went, but it was more or less, I don't have time for you if your energy doesn't match or exceed mine. Like, I will be kind. I will give you a little attention, but I am not going to prioritize you if our energies do not at least match. I would rather your energy excel so that you can push me to be better and give me a reason to drive, keep going.
Yeah, I think the best relationships are the ones where, this is happening in a good way. Is one day I'm up and I'm bringing you up, and the next day you're up and you're bringing me up, that we continue to keep helping each other grow. Those are the healthiest relationships, in my opinion.
ASMR, absolutely. You have to be willing to push yourself. I 100% agree. But when you have the right people in your life, okay, just like let's say just if for an example at work, okay, if you've got an employee that gets the same amount of money as you, okay, you guys both make the same amount of money, but the employee you work for, they just put in 50%, they put in half the energy that you put in, but they get the same pay. So eventually you're going to get tired of that, and you're either going to say something or you're going to start giving half the energy. But let's say that you're working with me, and I was taught at a very young age that every single employee is as important as the next at a job, because my grandfather said, I don't care if you're in the janitorial staff or if you're the CEO. Without either one, the place cannot function, So you are to respect every single employee, and you are to give 110% into anything that you do in life, because what goes around comes around. right? So, you're stuck working with me, right? And I am busting my butt. My stuff is clean. I have swept. I mopped. You didn't have to ask me. You're going to be like, first of all, you're going to hate me because you're going to be like, ew, she is such an overdoer. And then you're going to get all, and you're going to have an attitude. But then I'm going to go look in the mirror. It's called jealousy. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to do the same things I do. And at the end of the day, you're going to be as satisfied as I am. And now you can't look at me and go, ew, because I've now pushed you to be a little bit better. And then, at the end of the day, when you do that for one another, like when you push to be better than the next, it isn't a bad thing in all situations,
No, it's not a bad thing. And the other thing that reminds me of the Jung shadow work is the whole idea of if I see you, if I'm hanging out with you, if we're in a relationship, and by the way, relationship is like two people who interact. So I use the generic form of relationship. So Lily and I are in a relationship. Right now, our relationship is guest and host. We also are colleagues on this stream. So we have different relationships. But I was going somewhere more profound with this is, if we're hanging out with somebody or we meet somebody and we're like, oh, I can't stand this, whatever about this person. Jung would say it's always because there's something that person's doing. Either they're doing something you wish you were doing,
Yes,
or they're doing something that you actually already do, but you don't like about yourself. And it's far easier to see the fault in someone else and blame the fault and get mad at the other person for having that fault as you perceive
absolutely.
it. So
Absolutely.
often, it's like when we get annoyed by other people, you can either be annoyed and like they're wrong, or you can be like, oh, I'm annoyed by something they're doing. Let me look inside. Oh, yeah, there it is. I do that. Oh my gosh. And so other people can be a gift. The other thing is, and even without being the teacher-student relationship that people are talking about, like my best friend, one of the biggest gifts she gave me, because she knows I struggle with overthinking and worrying. So one day, or a couple days, she didn't reply, and she lives in another country, and she didn't reply for like a day or two to my texts. And I was just like, what? Okay, wait, I haven't heard anything. No news is good news. I'll just wait. I practiced for like 2 days, just being patient and like trusting that at some point I would hear from her and I'd find out what was going on. And I didn't know what was going on, so I might as well just assume the best for right now. And when she did get back to me, she's like, so sorry I didn't reply to your text. I kind of had the feeling that you were needing a little practice on not overthinking. So I just gave you an opportunity. And I was like, and I could tell from the way she described it, I'm not doing it justice, but it was done from love. Like she cares about me. She knows that this is something I struggle with. And it was an easy lesson. It wasn't like she went away for a week and didn't talk to me. It was like a day maybe. And it was just like, when she told me that, I have a feeling that anybody else, I would have been like, why you, but her, it was like, I was able to hear from her.
Yeah.
I love you. And I know this is something you want to work on. I just wanted to give you an opportunity, but not from the pedantics or like, I know better than you. It was just it was a wonderful moment. And it's still a reminder to me today, if I don't hear from her for a day or two, I just have to be patient and wait. And the same with any relationship. We don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to might as well assume the best, as opposed to the
that's hard. That's the hard,
is,
the hard
we're
part.
going to assume. Part of how our brains are wired, my understanding, is we notice differences. We have to, because otherwise we wouldn't know to not touch a hot stove, because a burner that's on and a burner that's off would look the same to us if we can't distinguish between the two.
Right.
So we are going to assume things. We're going to compare things. So rather than try to pretend we don't, I think we just need to be responsible for how we see the differences. But now, okay, I guess got to say this now, because you said that my other message was all about it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
When we have the sadness, we need to let it out. That's the lesson I talked about last time was with my son. Is he's a much more well-adjusted kid than I ever was, because he's an adult now. He's 20. He's 20 in 2 days. Oy. But he learned the lesson growing up. I heard, I'll give you something to cry about. He heard, it's okay to let your feelings out.
Yeah.
I got to write that down after I leave because those rhymed. Been working on a dad song. That might work.
Nice, nice, nice.
Hey,
Well,
thank you for having me again.
Tell us when we can find you. You know, what we see in your stream real quick before I let you go.
Well, at 9:30 this morning, I'll be on. No, wait, that was, never mind. That's now. I've got, what's coming up? I've got, well, actually starting every Sunday night in whatever show that is, Who Knows Best. I'm going to be closing out every show with a song from now on for the future. And then I'm doing a couple different auctions coming up, a couple other guest appearances. I stream random times. I do a lot of open mics and showcases. And yeah, anything else, just hit me up on my IG, and I usually post anything I'm doing there.
Yeah. All right, Papa Bear, thank you for an amazing message. If you guys missed it, I don't even know how to sum that up. That was like all kinds of lessons. I guess the difference between wanting and needing in life.
Trust the universe.
Yeah, trusting the universe. But you guys, this is Lessons Learned. I'm Silly Lily, and that's Papa Bear. Make sure you hit him with the favorite. And we're going to spend, again, I just have an ASMR. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll have you hop in the box, okay? All right. Thank you, Papa Bear. All right. So you guys, we do a little segment in the middle, self-care, self-love. And I'm going to ask you all, I started every week with the same exact question. He's frozen my box. There he goes. He had the most serious face too, didn't he? Why? You're okay. You just looked so serious. You were like, it's all good. We fixed it. We figured it out. We're good to go. Hello. What have you done for yourself today? What is one thing that you've done for yourself today? If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Silly Lily. You're watching Lessons Learned, and this is our self-care, self-love segment of the show. World yoga. That's what I need to start doing more of. I got up and got on here. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely love doing this show. This is the 1 hour a week that it's really for, you know, the love of my people and why I do this. A Tin Man. Oh my gosh. ASMR stream. Yeah, this in streaming, it is a form of self-care, self-love, especially if you love it. One of the other lessons my best friend has helped me with is, believe it or not, smiling more. That is awesome, Papa Bear. Eaten, got nourished to flourish. Yes, yes, yes. And Vang says, I woke up early to fix my problem with my electricity. Nice. Kite, I'm going to shower. Yay, self-care. Oh my gosh. T. You did freeze in full serious mode. You did. You did. World, he is something else. You learn to get used to him. What do you crave in life? Exactly, World. What do you crave in life? Ice cream. Human connection and good food. I crave, I think, companionship. I crave for someone to accept me as me wholly. Lisa, positive vibes. Curving Ginger says acceptance for all and peace. I crave adventure. Yes, adrenaline. I'm an adrenaline junkie myself. T, you never get used to them. You just roll your eyes a little bit harder and deal with it. Authentic interaction, says Papa Bear. Fishing, yes, Morgan, fishing. I don't know about hunting, but fishing, yes. I crave justice, freedom, genuine connections, etc. Kitty coming out with a few bugs. A natural companion. Nice. Gigantic chocolate cake, but it's still breakfast time. My favorite are ants. What? I had a freeze-dried cricket once. It was salty. I did. I ate it at the Science Center in Pittsburgh. My grandma and I ate one together. It's on camera. We taped it. It was so gross. I was like, I was gagging trying to get it down with some barbecue. So Jay, you'll eat anything covered in barbecue sauce. Is that what I'm hearing? All right. What has recently brought you joy? What has recently brought you joy? And I ask these because I really want you to think about things that you want in life, things that can make you happy. What has brought you joy recently? Chocolate cake for breakfast. You guys are going to make me want chocolate cake. Chris says, my daughter returned home. Nice. Oh no, Kirby Ginger. Ew. Dip my toe with barbecue sauce. Blech. Blech. Learning to fly a drone, says cool dude. Chocolate brownies from 7 to 11 or from a 7-Eleven. Ew. I like brownies, but not from there. Me, because I started cleaning out the basement. Bring a platform to watch. Well, welcome in, Bing. This is a featured show. We're here every Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I also stream very randomly throughout the week, but I'm usually on every morning between 8 and 8:30 during the week. Right, let's see. I'm a ASMR. Can you request a box so that I know you're there waiting for me, love? And I am going to say one self-care tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that you're drinking your water. For those of you that do not know, I'm going to use an easy number to make you understand. If you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking 100 fluid ounces of water. You drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every day to stay healthy, to give your body the water that it needs so that your organs function, you know, like your kidney and your liver and stuff like that. I recommend you stay away from purified water as it literally sucks the minerals out of your body versus spring water or even just your good old-fashioned tap water that actually is good for you. If you don't believe me, go ahead and research. And I will also say, practice daily gratitude. It's important in maintaining a positive mindset. Have a notebook bedside. We look so often at negatives, but it is not impossible to rewire your brain. Okay? So if you're one of those people that's like, oh, wow, I hate this, go, okay. All right, now I said one hate. I need 2 positives. Okay, I hate my hair, but my eyes are beautiful and I have a cute little nose. I don't know, right? Just every time I think negative, I make myself do positive. Okay, ew, I don't like how I look in these shorts, but those shorts I wore last week are great. And then, you know, get those. And then, oh my God, and that top, it was so cute. So you've got to make sure that you're staying positive, keeping yourself happy, you know? Make changes so that you can be happy with yourself, right? All right, you guys. ASMR, are you ready, my dear? Dun. Are you ready? I'm getting hungry. Oh my God, please stop. Hey, that's enough. Hi, everybody. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily. And I am waiting for SMR to let me know that she's ready. I don't just like hitting that box in case they're not ready. Leanosaurus, that is awesome. So my first backdrop was dinosaurs. Welcome, welcome. If you guys missed our first guest, Papa Bear was amazing. We talked about wants and needs, and trusting in the universe. Okay, ASMR, I'm gonna count down from 10 and I'm gonna hit that plus box, okay? Because I'm gonna trust that you're here and I don't know, your fingers are broken. 10, 9, 8. David, hello. Where are you at? There you go. Yay. All right, ASMR, I'm gonna let you in. Here we go. Y'all, welcome to ASMR. This is my first time meeting her face to face. Hello, beautiful. How are you? I am doing very well, thank you. So ASMR, welcome. Thank you for being here, and I'm excited to finally get to meet you. I've see your name around. I've seen you, but I haven't got to meet you yet. So, yay! But tell us what we're going to be talking about. Yeah. Yep. So, was there a certain lesson in life that made you realize this?
As I counseled people, I just noticed that it's true. It wasn't anything, and I've tried to live my life this way.
Okay.
Give and take.
Right. It is a give and take. It really, really is. So I think I don't really, I'm trying to think, because I was trying to think with Papa Bear too. If there was a moment where it defined that for me, or I think it's just sort of something that over time and dealing with many people, you learn that a lot of times things, especially when you're at work, you know, those tend to be a little lopsided. It's more give, give, give than it is take. Um, at least if you're a hard worker, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think, how do you think that since you've realized this, do you approach like relationships, friendships, whatever they may be, differently? Do you have like a different approach you take nowadays?
Um, so I like to approach them as giving. I know I don't believe in energy, but I usually give smiles, a very nice greeting. So that's a form of giving. So definitely, I usually start there. You can't really start like giving them gold or something.
Right.
It's like
Yeah, no,
inappropriate.
in the world the way it is now, just being kind is a blessing.
Yeah.
I was telling them my last week or the week before, if when I order from the drive-through and the person taking my order smiles while they take my order, I give them $5. And if the person who gives me my order smiles when giving me my order, I will also give them $5. And
That's
I'll tell
awesome.
them, thank you for smiling today. I needed that. And I didn't tell you, it doesn't happen very often. It doesn't.
Wow.
It doesn't happen very often. I can't, it's crazy. But I know that at least for the next 10 minutes, that person's going to be smiling for every order they take. You know?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
But, so you say you're a minister? Is that what you said?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. How long did you do that for? And that had to be, you look so young.
I'm 36.
Oh my God, you look so young. I'm jealous.
Yay. Oh no.
How long did you do that for?
Since I was 10.
Golly, so you've had a long run with learning other people.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think that's been something that's definitely helped you along your life lessons, is seeing some of the other people's struggles and then knowing that they come bit? I guess for me, I like to do this show because I like people to see that we all have struggles. We all have to go through things, right? And so when we express that, it allows other people to see we conquered this and we can stay on top of it, you know. Um, do you think that that helped you along your way when you started facing a lot of issues, like some adult issues?
Yes.
Any examples?
So many, especially since I've not ministered. Um, just, I know one thing I've had to battle a lot. I am not so comfortable with um, just like sexual content, like the fun and games about it. So I had to become comfortable with that very fast, I think.
So it's
Although a lot I don't understand still, but I have to be a little comfortable with it. Just taking it with a grain of salt. Definitely, I guess another lesson would be eat the meat and throw away the bone. Like it's being in the church. It likes to make that just for marriage and something it's like you don't speak about, but out here it's like so open. And which is nice because you get to learn a lot, and definitely how you want to be treated as a person, as like with intimacy, and um, being in the church, they'll talk about, oh, don't be so vain, don't look so much in the mirror.
Mhm.
So the place I was a part of, we said that to each other, like, don't look so much in the mirror. So yeah.
I like to look in the mirror and I like to high five myself in the mirror. And because for that moment, like when and I know it sounds silly, you guys can all laugh at me, but it's Mel Robbins, love her to death. She's got me through a lot of stuff, but I wake up and I high five myself in the mirror every day. I swear to God. And in that moment, I have to think at least one positive thought. And then I give myself two more positive thoughts. And that's how I start my day. I don't care how tired or groggy or cranky I am. I do it because, and I'm telling you, high five yourself in the mirror. You can't be negative. You can't. In that moment, our brain is trained to be positive when we lift our hand, because whether it's good game, oh, they scored, and you're high fiving your friends in the stands, right? It doesn't matter. When you're high fiving, you're putting your hand in the air, your brain is trained to
Definitely.
be positive. Try it.
Yeah, definitely. We as minister, we kind of taught that as well, like raise your hands for praise because it's like it feels so much better. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just different forms of it, right? It's to me it's crazy though. What do you think having like, okay, so when you, I don't even know, do you have like I guess like a good support system that's helped teach you about relationships and I guess boundaries with the give and take?
What do you mean support group?
Like, okay, like as a minister, I would guess that you would have people that you can talk to that helped you, if maybe if you weren't sure how to handle certain situations, or if something was a new situation to you and you wanted to give the proper advice. I'm not supposed to react, but yay, thank you.
Yay.
That's 2 bonuses this show, and I haven't had any in so long. Okay, sorry. Like just having a support group to, I don't know, maybe you even just having people around you that you see them go through things, I guess, you know, like you're like a family. Did you have strong parents? They taught you to be obviously
Yes.
independent and stuff. Like you had people along your journey to help you become confident, I guess.
Yes. And usually, with boundaries, that's also give and take. So you giving what you're receiving as a form of communication. So like a lot of people like to have lurkers. I guess I went ahead and made a lurker. You know, I don't know. It's just like you meshing into everything, your surroundings. So
High five, Mars. I think that yeah, blending in is hard. But I feel like if you have like a good support group and they've taught you, you know, how to stay yourself but still accept differences in other people. I think that that's a hard thing when you're so different from other people. It's hard to understand, I think, I guess is where I'm going with
oh
that.
yeah, there's so much. I Meditation, I'd say, is number one to finding yourself. And with me and where I grew up, it can start as early as 4 years old if, the child requested it. But yeah, I've had years. So definitely.
Yeah, you have a very calming personality. I'm very not calm. Like, but ASMR,
Really?
I thank you so
Seem
much for
nice.
being here. Is there anything else you want to add to this before I have you describe yourself and when we can find you? She has a cute giggle. She's adorable. They're
Thank
loving you,
you.
ASMR. They're loving you.
Thank you.
But yeah, if there's anything you want to add, otherwise I'm going to have you just give us a brief rundown about yourself and if you've got any other events coming up.
Uh, I have I'm singing in a competition for, I totally forgot the name of it, but I'll post it in my
There
IG. You
you
can
go.
follow
Add her
it
on
to my
IG.
my
There you go.
bio, not Bible. Uh, uh, and that's it. ASMR. I perform ASMR, yes, but it's more happy. So giggling, laughing, singing.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Do you have specific times that you stream or is it
Overnight. And
nighttime?
I'm in America, so that's like midnight and on overnights in America.
Uh-oh. Well, hey, at least we were at the end of it. I don't know what happened, but I know she does. She streams around midnight Eastern time, I believe. If I'm wrong, ASMR, correct me. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily, and we had Papa Bear on, and we had ASMR. Both of them were relationships, boundaries, the give and take, wanting, needing, trusting the universe. It was all in just sort of relationship building and bonding, I guess, and things that you need for that to happen. I want to thank everybody for all the gifts. I want to thank you for the favorites. Oh wow, what an amazing show. Again, oh God, I just knew today was gonna be great. Today's gonna be a great day all the way around. But again, thank you all for everything. I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in here. We do meet here every Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me between 8 and 8:30 most weekdays a.m. 8 to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then what else? I have on September 30th, I have a lot coming up, you guys. So September 30th, I am in Top Badge Donnie's costume auction. Dress up. It's like yeah, I think this is a costume. And then on October 8th, I have my glow up auction that I'm hosting, which I will also be auctioned off at 11 for a 5-day name change. Then on October 21st, I am in Top Badge Warriors auction. And then I'm hosting another Halloween costume auction on October 22nd. And then I do believe the day before Halloween, I am in Mick Baller's auction. So there's a lot going on for me this month. I don't ever ask anybody to show up for anything other than spamming my emojis. So show up and spam those emojis for me, and I'd super, super much appreciate it. You guys remember too, none of us are professionals. Everything we shared with you today is lessons that life has taught us, things we've experienced and how we conquered them, okay? And I'm telling you, I'm gonna go with this one today. Sorry, Jay, it's a little bit longer, but it's just calling my name. Okay. I I needed that. The whole trusting the universe and having relationships that are give and take, and they're not. And then that was something too that I think is so important, is relationships are never here. Okay. At the end, they may be here, but they're this. You might teeter in the middle most days, but you go up, you go down, right? So you just, relationships are give and take at just the right time. Okay. So you can't expect someone to be on their game all the time. And when you have they're using you. And in my case, they were using me, But to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human can fight and never stop fighting. What would you describe as your biggest struggle in life? I haven't held it up yet, silly. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human can fight and never stop fighting. What would you describe as your biggest struggle in life? Don't answer this now. We're going to answer this next Friday morning about 10:05 a.m. You guys, thank you so much. Both of my guests, thank you for being here. Make sure you have ASMR, Papa Bear favorited. I would like to really quick make a few extra special shout outs and make sure you guys have these folks favorited as well. We're going to start off. We have Shed Goddess, Kitty Commander, Tim, Gotti, Quinn, Big, I can't say that on a live show, Pew Pew, Kite, Krabby, Smiley, Whirl, T, Cherry Apple, Javi, Violi, Magical Stallion, Ultra Rare, Vicky, Andrea, Joe, and Emerald Empress. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting me. Make sure you guys have them top 3, especially favorited. If you see them in red in the stream, favorite them because they're amazing. I want to thank everybody for all the gifts. I want to thank everybody for all the favorites and just for being here and just for showing up. You guys are all amazing. And remember, next Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here. Please don't be late. Okay? All right, guys. I love you. I believe in you. And never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. Okay? Mwah. I will be back live about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay? So come back, say hi. We can have some normal conversations. You guys can get to know me a little bit better. I can answer questions and stuff off there too. Oh, and something else really quick I was thinking about doing. Let me know what you guys think. I was thinking about having each one of you write into my IG with 1 or 2 questions that you'd like to ask me and put me on the spot. What do you guys think about something like that? You can hop in the guest box, ask 1 or 2 questions that I have to answer. They have to be respectful. They have to fit the form of the show, and they have to be pre-approved. But if I can get about, I figured 6 of you to hop in the box and ask some questions, we could do kind of like a fun show. You guys can ask questions to get to know me a little bit better. It is putting me on the spot because I'm going to have to answer these questions, and I guarantee you some of them will be hard. Yes, pre-approved. Because I know you guys, and I know darn well some of you are going to be smart Alex. So, yeah, pre-approved. But anyways, so think about it, guys. Let me know if you're down for that. I'm totally down for that. Okay? Anyways, remember, I love you. I believe in you, and never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. I will see you guys in a little bit. Just don't forget, next Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lessons learned right here. Bye, guys. Love your faces, and thank you for being here.